Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another Hero House Reviews. Today we're looking at the Age of Apocalypse Nate Gray / X-Man from Marvel Legends. Now, this is probably going to be one of the more anticipated figures, just because he had his own ongoing series that spun out of the event, he got a lot of development, and he was an interesting character. He's, not a clone exactly, but an alternate version of Cable, who is the son of Cyclops and Phoenix, and basically X-Man is the most perfect version of Cable, allegedly, because he was bred in a laboratory for maximum effect. So it makes him a very powerful character, very interesting in some ways, because he took on almost a messianistic aspect later on in his series. But I still prefer Cable, but I was very excited for this guy, and I think a lot of people are going to be. The only problem is, because they knew people are going to be excited for this guy, I don't think they've done as good a job, or as detailed a job, as they could have. So, the figure comes with no accessories. You get Sugar Man's arms for the Build-A-Figure, but doesn't count. That's not an accessory. That it becomes redundant if you don't get the full wave, which I'm not going to. So I just have two big old ugly arms that I can do nothing with. And then nothing for X-Man. Admittedly, I can't think of any accessory I would give him off the bat, but you could always give us extra hands, and they could have given us an extra head that doesn't have the sort of energy effect. The energy effect looks great, but it's not detachable. So, yeah, an extra head or some extra hands, and I would have been happy in terms of accessories, but instead they gave us nothing. They've done the bare minimum, which sucks. Sculpt-wise, I'm kind of very happy with this design. Like, the paint's not perfect, but again, Marvel Legends are quite cheap figures, so they're not going to be perfect. But his design and the painting is fairly solid for it. I mean, let's get in there. As you can see, the effect piece does look great. Hair looks good. The suit is so 90s, but the paint they've done on him for that 90s look is pretty good. Sculpt, like the hair, again, love the eye. Costume is good. I thought the body was too chunky at first. He's always been portrayed as more of a lean character, but then once you have the figure in hand, you realize it's the jacket that makes him look bulky. He's not actually so broad as he looks in the pictures. Where he does fall down, though, is the face is too old. He just looks very wrinkled, very serious. It doesn't suit. He was younger when he escaped. And then, teeny little feet. So little, in fact, that he has some issue standing, because they've just given him the tiniest feet they could find, and I don't know why. It's like he's walking around on children's feet. So it's almost as though... Oh, what's the artist's name? The guy who can't draw feet. Cops a lot of flack. No, not coming to me. Point is, it's like his feet are, designed to look like those were normally drawn. And frankly, I love that artist's work. Why can I not remember his name? He's like a seminal artist from the... Rob Liefeld. There we go. He looks like he's got feet that Rob Liefeld would draw. And that's not a knock on Liefeld. Again, I find his art style is actually sort of very entertaining and well done. It conveys energy very well, which is why it was so popular, even though it's not the most super detailed. But on an action figure, you don't want small feet, because it gives them poor balance and poor posability. Other than that, don't really have too much to talk about with him, because he comes with no accessories. It's a cool character, with a figure that's not terrible by any means. It serves its purpose, it's just not super great. And hopefully down the line we get him in sort of his more shaman stage, where he just, had the unbuttoned t-shirt, some ripped abs and a tattoo, because that's his... I'm not sure if this is his iconic look or if that's his iconic look, but they're both very noticeable, and it's good we've got the initial one, and that it came in the first wave. So yeah, I'll throw in some pictures and we'll wrap this up. One sec. Alright folks, and there you have it. X-Man from the Age of Apocalypse, Marvel Legends Wave. Well, how do I rate this guy? I mean, he's not terrible, but he's not great. Those little feet and the face sculpt, and the lack of accessories really hamper him down. I think I'm gonna go 3 out of 5. Could have been a lot stronger. Those little feet make him hard to pose. As you can see in this, he looks great if you rig him up, and I had him standing next to Bishop. And again, they looked really well together. They just had a matching color scheme sort of thing going on. But let's see, let's compare sizes for you. Let's just get Trini in from Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So you can see he's tall, but he's not too tall. In fact, he scales pretty perfectly for the whole, Marvel Legends 6-inch thing. I was worried initially when I thought he had the really broad chest, because I thought they'd put him on the body that Cable came with, and Cable is like 6'8", and the figure reflects that. He towers. So that's too tall for X-Men, who, even though he's considered a genetically superior clone, is never portrayed as being as tall or bulky as Cable, which is interesting. Let's get Jason in there, another comparison. So yeah, he edges out all of the sort of Lightning collection, but that's okay, because he should still be tall, he's just not as tall as Cable, so he's perfectly sized. Yeah, 3 out of 5. A decent offering, but could have been better and more well executed. Still worth it for the price if you like the character though. If you're just picking up an action figure, however, I'd suggest something with a bit more, articulation's fine. It's just his feet are small and he's not super exciting if you're not invested. So grab yourself Dark Beast, maybe, because he seems like he's a lot of fun. I'm still on the fence whether I'll pick him up though, because I have no attachment to the character. Definitely will be grabbing Apocalypse when he comes out, I think in October? Or is it September? I don't know, they're releasing an Apocalypse from Age of Apocalypse who looks fucking sick. So, yeah. 3 out of 5. Thanks for watching. Sorry, just off on a tangent. Got distracted by the thought of that Apocalypse because I missed out on the Build-A-Figure and I'm very keen. Anyway, we have plenty of more reviews if you want to see more. We have Hero House, we have Figure Fights, and we have The Wreckers. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again. Thanks for your time. Bye.